Welcome to today's course. Welcome to a course which will help you to prepare your annual compliance reports in 2023. This course includes online presentations like this one, self-study material, 10 questions to be eligible to get the certification of 5 hours of CPDs. What you will learn from this course, of course, being equipped with relevant knowledge of the compliance officer annual report, how to prepare it, specific features, required content, areas inspected by the compliance officer, which has to be included with the report. You will be equipped with the latest developments, practice acquired knowledge, and test questions. And of course, getting your 5 hours of CPDs in order to satisfy the CySEC certifications. So within this course, we are going through a lot of nice information and a circular relevant to the compliance guidelines of how you can create a compliant function. The workshop contains compliance function, responsibilities, and details of the appointments, the CySEC Circular 553 on the guidelines on the compliance function requirements, introduction on how to prepare the compliance reports, and then we are going deeper to explain all sections, how to prepare an executive summary, how to prepare the sections of the company formation, the legal framework, the CySEC circulars, and the business divisions, duties and responsibilities. We are explaining in detail the inspections that the compliance officer has to follow, and of course through the compliance monitoring program, the desk-based and on-site inspections. CySEC communication and reporting tips are provided at the end of this course. So we are starting preparing our annual reports, and we are starting, of course, from the executive summary. Within this section, we are discussing characteristics, structure that we are following, findings and rectifications from previous year, findings and recommendations for this year. So we are discussing now the executive summary, and in the next sections of our course, we are discussing information about the company, legal framework, business divisions, compliance functions, inspections, and correspondence with CySEC. Now, characteristics of this executive summary. We have to ensure it's an integral part of the report, maximum 5-6 pages, signed by the compliance officer, in the end of the executive summary, where we are actually displaying the name of our officer. Has to discuss the most significant findings and recommendations of the compliance officer throughout the year. Now, we are having an introduction of the report with general overview, purpose and objectives, why we are drafting this report, the purpose of it, the compliance officer's objectives, key findings and weaknesses, summary of all key findings, recommendations, so we have the compliance officer recommendations and rectifications occurred within the year, and of course the key findings that we have this year. Conclusion, compliance officer's final thoughts and signature. So we are finalizing our course with the final section of the annual report, CySEC communication and the reporting tips. Within this section, we are of course analyzing the correspondence with CySEC and other competent authorities and our tips. So this is the previous sections that we are covering, and then we are finalizing our report with this section, plus the appendix that, as I said, is good to have of the monitoring program that you are following. So, investment firms should ensure that the compliance function is involved in all material and non-routine correspondence with the regulator, with CySEC, in the area of investment services and activities. In other words, the compliance officer is the point of contact of all correspondence. Okay. So, material correspondence of the function with CySEC and other competent authorities shall be included within annual report. In case the board of directors were not made aware of it through other channels, have to be reported through the correspondence of the annual report. So the correspondence can be listed as an appendix in the end of the report. We can have a template like that, where we have the date received or sent a correspondence, the sender, the firm or the CySEC, the recipient, the firm or the CySEC. It's sent through email, fax, post, subject line of the email of the letter. And for example, we have 28th of March, CySEC, NBC Trading Limited. It's sent through an email, changes in the shareholding structure of the company. This is the correspondence that happened. Then the regulator or the board of directors may ask questions within the meetings, and you have to elaborate.